Welcome back to Sailing with the Jameses. A couple of weeks ago, we relaunched our boat after a major refit, and now we're headed south down the Australian east coast, aiming to escape the cyclone belt. This week, the conditions are perfect, ideal for putting the sails up and giving our boat Emma the chance to stretch her legs and see how she performs after all the modifications. Join us on this epic journey down the coast. If you enjoy this episode and want more content, consider subscribing or becoming a Patreon for more exclusive behind-the-scenes footage and updates. Hi, we're the James family.
Are you sick of your day-to-day life? Ever thought about doing something different?
Well, we did just that.
We bought an unfinished aluminium catamaran and we're fixing her up as we sail around the world.
Come along for the journey and click subscribe.
Daddy? Mommy? Charlie? James.
Alright guys, we're sailing!
Yeah!
We've got the full main up, we've got the screecher out.
Yeah,
And
let's show them. Let's show
yeah,
them. Come up here.
So
The main's a bit worse for wear, but she's working. And if you show them up the top there, we're pointing quite high because we've got to get around an island just here. But as soon as we bear away, we'll go a lot quicker. We've got one dagger board down, the leeward side all the way down. The windward side's up. And at the moment, we've got about 8 knots of breeze. And come have a look, come see what speed we're doing. So there, 5.9 knots at the moment and 7 knots of breeze. So yeah, not too far off wind speed, and when we bear away, hopefully we'll go a bit quicker here. 6.2, should have shown you at this point. A little bit quicker, 6.4. There you go.
we're super
Show them,
stoked.
6.3. That was a slow point, the 5.9, but yeah, she's doing really well. We're 6.4, see, we're really happy with her. And still up here, steady 7 knots. Like I say, we're just pointing a little bit too high for everything, just until we get round these rocks at the end of the island here. Then we'll bear away and we'll be off nice and fast.
Happy?
Very happy. 6.6 knots. There we go, and still only blowing 7. 6.8. Oh, it's come up to 8 knots.
There we go. Yeah, so half wind speed is supposed to be really good, isn't it?
Wow, you'd expect half wind speed. Yeah, and we're doing a lot better than that, which we're happy with. Wind speed is awesome, but maybe with new sails.
Yeah.
Hey honey, with new sails.
Oh, jeez. But yeah, we've had such good weather, like fantastic weather, so we've motored a lot. So today's the first day that we've been able to hoist the sails and get some... 7.7!
Yeah. We've turned the engines off a few times, but only for short periods. And then we've had to switch the engine back on. So today's the first big sail. 7.9. There we go.
7.9. We've got 8 knots,
8 knots of breeze.
7.8.
So, yeah. Just shy of wind speed. We're really happy, folks. We wanted to share it with you guys. So yeah, pretty excited. Cheers!
Hi guys, so we've just arrived. We did a small hop south today and we've gotten into this anchorage which has this awesome beach here. It's coming up to high tide, but right now we are in this river creek system that the beach has. It's completely empty and we're walking with all the mangroves and everything. It's very cool, and just up ahead is the beach, and like you can actually see the water coming through and the high tide coming up. So very shortly this area that we've been exploring will be a river. Shortly.
Little swimming hole for us.
Yeah. A little afternoon swim back to the boat, and then good night's sleep.
Well, early start tomorrow. Yeah.
I'm gonna do a snowman.
Two?
I'm gonna do
Sam and I were just sitting here looking at the beach, watching Charlie play, looking at the boat hanging beautifully into the wind, and just sort of reflecting at how amazing this lifestyle is, and how beautiful this beach is. And
last night we spent the night at a place called West Bay, which is on Brampton Island. It's one of our most favourite places, and we went to the beach there, and it's absolutely beautiful. But there was 5 other cruises there, and it was great, and it was social, and we got to meet up with people. But one of the reasons we got a boat is to go to places where you wouldn't normally go. And that's where beaches like this are so special. It's not that we want to be by ourselves all the time. We love meeting other cruisers and going for cuppers and saying g'day, but sometimes it's just really nice just to feel like you're the only people in the world, and you're going to places that you just definitely normally wouldn't see.
yeah.
And it's awesome. And then you can let Charlie run around, do whatever, be truly relaxed. Ready, we've got a big sail tomorrow, so we're going to try and go sort of 70-80 miles depending on how the wind holds. It's going to be fairly close to dead behind us and only blowing 10 knots, so we're hoping to get 7s or 8s. Every sail we do has sort of been new, but we've been nothing but impressed with the speeds. It's just been fantastic, especially in these light airs. You know, today again it was blowing sort of 8 knots. We were only going 10 mile between the islands, so I just popped the screecher up, nice and easy and simple. And our top speed, I'll have to look on Navionics, but I'm pretty sure was nearly 11 knots, and we were averaging sort of 7s all the way across, which is nice and easy. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, this has been awesome. Like you just said, every sail is like a brand new sail for us, which is pretty cool. Like, we know the boat, we know how she handles and everything, but now after all the modifications, it's been so cool to get see what she does and everything, like with the screecher and the Genoa, and like it's been really so neat to see the differences in her. And I think we're both really proud of her too, and how she's performing and handling.
Yeah. No, it's been really, really good. Really happy with it. And yeah, come along with us tomorrow and we'll show you.
Yeah. Night, guys.
Night. Good morning. Well, it's currently 3 a.m. so I got up at 2:30 to use the restroom, and there was a little bit of breeze out, heading in the right direction, so we slipped the mooring and we're off. So we're sort of averaging 6.6, 6.7s, 6.5 knots anyway, so that'll get us there at a respectable time. We've got 70 miles to travel today. Once the sun comes up, we'll probably put a bit more horsepower up and see if we can get her moving a little bit quicker. But this will definitely get us there at a nice time. But I really like these early mornings, cruising along. You can't really see it, but we've got the lights of Mackay off there, and the boats and the stars, and I don't know. A whole night can be a little bit tedious, but just getting up and doing these early starts and getting a few hours to cruise along is it's a heap of fun. We'll keep cruising. Phew.
We spent the night at one of the islands along the east coast, And the next morning, Sam woke up early to set sail just before dawn. And by the early afternoon, we arrived at the breathtaking anchorage of Port Clinton. So we arrived in an anchorage called Port Clinton, and this is absolutely gorgeous, this anchorage. It's flat calm. It's like you wouldn't know that out there it's blowing or it's windy or anything. Like if you take a look, the water is absolutely flat calm.
It's not very often you get a whole port to yourself. There's dugongs and that about. It's a dugong rehabilitation centre, and we're going to haul the pick. It's a pretty muddy anchorage, so it's really good holding, but she'll be a bit dirty coming up.
Yeah.
And we're going to head to the Capital Islands. On the ships, as part of our pre-departure checks, we used to go around and check all the bilge pumps. Now, that's the beginning of every voyage. We don't quite do it that often here, but what I do like to do, we've got 10 permanent fitted bilge pumps on Emma, 5 in either hull, and they're all this type here. So basically you've got the bilge pump, it's up off the bottom, and the reason it's up off the bottom of the hull is they do have non-return valves, but sometimes you get a bit of water coming back through. The salt sits underneath it, and that is a very common point for corrosion in these types of boats underneath them. But what I do is I go and I hit the manual, make sure that the pump works, then I come down to the pump and I just turn this. It's a float switch. You can hear the alarm going off in the background, and make sure the pump works. And I'll do that another 9 times going around the boat, just making sure that they're all working and functional. So what we've got is you've got the bilge pump here, it's the piping going off, and this here is what you call a float switch. So all you have is a pivot here, and there's a float there. As the float comes up, there's a ball bearing that rolls down the back, connects these 2 wires, and that creates the circuit and sets off the pump. But yeah, we'll check them all, make sure they're all good to go before we depart today.
We're also doing a bar crossing this morning out of Port Clinton. It's just up ahead. So you can see if you put it on Port Clinton here, this is the bar that runs all the way around the outside there, and generally speaking it comes from fairly deep up the shallow, so you can get breaking waves and that on it. So what we'll be doing is just crossing here, which is a slightly deeper patch. It's nice and short. You can see there are comments like this one here, thinking of passing. Encountered steep breaking waves at even the deepest point 2 hours before low tide on an ebb tide. Strong wind mixed with strong currents creating dangerous conditions. Recommend only crossing on high and to exit with caution or choose another anchorage, Pearl Bay. So on Navionics there's heaps of valuable information like that. So everyone's got their own perspective, and there's a lot of different perspectives on there, but there's value in everyone's comments, which is really, really great. So on this one, you know, with an ebb tide, which is an outgoing tide, our prevailing winds in the southeasterlies come from the opposite way, so it'll be wind against tide, and that's why they encountered such adventurous conditions. So then you want to go with wind with tide, or when it is slightly deeper and the bar's deeper and the waves aren't breaking as much. Or you can see even today, if you go out there with the camera, there is a line where the bar is. You can see the breaking waves from here. So we'll go check it out and see how we go.
Just let it go, boy.
That was quite awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, you can see if you get your timing right, it's not as adventurous as it can be, but if you get your timing wrong, it could be a completely different story. Instead of being fun, it could be a little scary.
Yeah. Frank did well. He's just hanging out over there with Charlie.
Oh, first mate Frank. Not much rattles him. He's all good.
And now that we are across the bar, we're going to get ready to set some sails. We're going to put some things up, get the bags ready. So we just hit the end of the wind speed for the screecher, so the winds became too much. Put the Genoa out to blanket and then put it away. But while we were putting away the screecher, what did we hit?
12.2 knots. Not the best idea. It was forward of the beam, which puts more pressure on the screecher, but yeah, I was trying to bear away, but there's an island in the way there.
We now have the head sail and the main, but the head sail we put out to blanket the screecher. But yeah, stoked! The wind's gone up, so we're gonna that was the wave hitting the tender. Put the head sail away and then we're gonna reef the main, because right now we've got the full main up and the head sail. So we just put the reef in the main. There she is there. She's got the reef in her. And right down here, there's Sam there with his head out. And the seas have calmed down quite a bit. It got a little bit nautical there for a while, for just a little bit. The tender's not getting slapped. She's getting a right old wallop from the sea. And yeah, with it being a bit nautical, if it stayed that way, we might have looked at getting the boat depowered down a bit, slowing it down. But I think that might have been, we might have taken some convincing on Sail's part to slow her down a bit.
Oh, it's been fun. It's been a good sail. Why not? It's been awesome.
Coming up to the island group right now. Just behind me, right here, this is one of the anchorages. How gorgeous is this island? But we're headed straight over there. what I did want to talk to you guys about and get your opinions on is in here. So bit of a muck up, I guess. So we have these handles here for their electric for the back deck table. Now I'm allowed a few decor items on this boat, lightweight, useful little things. But basically what's happened is they've melted. I don't know if you guys can see that. This one has melted quite a bit. Like that. So the outside is actual wax. It's about that thick. And in the sun, in the afternoon sunlight beating into the cockpit, they've melted, and I've had to stick them in the freezer. Just telling everyone about the candles.
Yeah. Decor. If she told you about decor, do you know what decor means? It means it does nothing. It just looks pretty.
Let me know, ladies. These are double use. And the electric. But basically, if you guys have any recommendations on good candles, long-lasting batteries, lightweight and everything, let us know. Because I think they look really cute on the back table. And if we need a mood setting, like, they look really good. But they've melted, and we can't use them out here because they're just gonna keep melting and melting more. Yeah, let us know if you have any thoughts on candles, brands that are good, electric definitely, or any other type of decor that we should be putting out here, and keep it lightweight for the recommendations. Join us next week as we share with you the best that Great Keppel Island has to offer. Thank you so much for watching. And a huge shout out to our Patreons. Your support helps make these videos possible. And consider hitting that like button and the subscribe button. It really helps us out. And we will see you guys all next week. Bye everyone.